Hello, and welcome to another update video about MATIC. A good day for altcoin setups that we've presented in the recent days. MATIC dipped into our latest support area yesterday, as you can see here, and is already reversing. I am, for your information, completely disregarding this wick. I think it's just slippage, and I think it only happened on Coinbase. So I'm not counting it. That something like that happened recently here. Not sure what's going on. But it's not too important because they are not normally changing the structure. If I see wicks or, those sort of slippage, weird phantom wicks or candles, and they change the structure, then I will move to a different chart, like Binance or something different. But for now, it's working out. And the market dipped into our latest support area here, touched exactly the 61.8 retracement at 84.4 cents and is following the textbook bullish structure I discussed already. But it really should be breaking out now. It really should do. I'm not saying it will, but it should do to keep the impulsive perspective alive. So it's really phenomenal that we have quite a lot of 1-2 setups here now on the chart. Possibly generated a lot of profitable trades for viewers. The problem is now I've got 4 1-2 setups on this chart now. That's getting now a little bit unrealistic. I already mentioned yesterday I'm getting a little bit concerned, and I would have to adjust the chart if we see a break below 83 cents, which is here the micro support, lower boundary line. Until those levels are holding and are being respected, though, I can go with the impulsive potential. Difference is between an impulse and a diagonal is that an impulse is much more straightforward to trade. The levels are typically respected nicely here, here, yeah. And that's just much more straightforward to trade. Now, at some point, an impulse might morph or transform into a diagonal. Happens very often in crypto. While I only focus typically on the chart that I'm analyzing, there are, of course, correlations, for example, with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin suddenly gets a cough or fever, then often you see the altcoins aren't feeling very well as well. And that's when, for example, a bullish structure, I mean, the trend might still be up, but an impulse might morph into a diagonal, which is just much more messy. So at the moment, I think it's important to realize that a break below 83 cents would unlock that potential of a diagonal, which again isn't bearish, but we just have to brace ourselves then for deeper pullbacks. Really, with 3 or 4 1-2 setups, we need to see that escalation now. Or it's getting just too choppy. You get essentially then you get a lot of overlap. So I can only warn, but essentially all the setups have worked out. So it's about you to manage that risk then personally. But yeah, we're getting closer to my target that I communicated next target that I communicated a few days ago on Twitter, here on the X network Twitter. I wrote down that was the chart from a few days ago, and I highlighted the price continues to behave well and follows the roadmap. As you see, the last setup is just worked out as well. The market reversed where it needed to. I have adjusted the price levels, and wave 3, talking about this wave 3, should reach 98 cents. This looks like a textbook bullish structure. One of the viewers there wrote that, MATIC seems to be ticking all the typical Elliott wave boxes. It does. And, as long as the chart is in good shape, we can follow it. By the way, feel free to follow us on Twitter, the X network, for additional updates and additional content around Elliott wave and so on. But yeah, it does tick all the boxes. As you see, I managed to add another box there a few days ago, which worked out nicely. And yeah, the ideal target for the third wave, 98 cents would be ideal. Well, possibly even higher. But the condition that this is holding or this is achieved is obviously now a break above the recent high. So we're currently fighting with that. It looks as if we want to do it. And then it should be moving. It should be moving. And then we have some structural resistance around 96, 98 cents. It's the previous swing high, this B wave high. That should offer good resistance. It's also the 1.236 extension. And that would be the minimum target for this third wave. But the ideal target, 98 cents plus. Yeah, okay. There isn't another setup I can give you at the moment. I can only highlight the following. 98 cents would be my next milestone target. Doesn't mean that's the maximum, but that's just sort of what I think it should ideally reach. then it could still be that wave 2 is in the making. Okay, so if we dip back into the support zone, the micro support level of 83 cents remains valid and relevant for now, because it could simply be a high B wave that we're working on here. The market is a bit messy at the moment, but Bitcoin is moving. So what might happen if Bitcoin at some point then starts to consolidate, that these bullish potentials on the altcoin charts are being realized further. That's my update about MATIC. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.